Hello guys, my name is Venti, and sorry that I don't have a webcam, but it decided not to work. Okay, let's go through this day a bit quicker because I want to practice that. I want to see how quickly I can go through things, and I don't want to blabber on about random things. Okay, so let's go with the first match. Actually, let's see on the date. Okay, first match is Gambit versus North, not NaVi versus SK, as it is in the bracket. So Gambit versus North here. Okay, ban one from North. They'll probably go for Inferno. They lost in Inferno already in the tournament, and none of the other maps do they. There are a few maps like Train, for example, they don't play it, but neither do Gambit. So I think they might want to prefer to go for the Inferno ban, but they could go for Train. But I doubt that North thinks Gambit will pick Train. So what's the point? So Gambit will go for their first ban on Mirage because out of out of Train, Mirage, and Cash, these are the three maps they don't play. And out of these three maps, North is most likely to pick Mirage. So makes sense that they ban it. It's one of North's better maps as well. So if they leave it in there, North's definitely gonna pick it. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to give them that option. North picks Nuke because they're pretty good on it. Obviously they are. They're good on a lot of maps, but they're good on Nuke. They they pick it over a map like, let's see, what else could they pick? Cobblestone potentially, but then again, Gambit's really good on Cobblestone. Both teams are good on Cobblestone. Both teams got a very similar map pool. So um yeah, Overpass is a decent map for both teams, pretty good map for both teams, I should say actually. Um Cash and Train are bad for both teams. So North, I think, will go for the nuke pick because they feel confident on it. They are the ones who started out the meta, and they haven't been banning it much in groups, for example. Um, yeah, in groups and best of three in the best of three decided they haven't banned nuke too much. I don't think. And then Gambit will go for their pick as Cobblestone because they beat Virtus Pro, the best Cobblestone team on Cobblestone. And now perhaps Gambit is the best Cobblestone team. I don't know. Up to you to decide. I personally think they're not. I think they have to prove it in a series. I think they have to win the map against Virtus Pro when it actually is as on the line out of the tournament. Because in in groups, VP is known to get a bit lenient when they don't have to win. They don't really put that much pressure on themselves. Um, right. So ban two from North will be Train because right now. There's a real potential of it being picked if they don't ban it. So they want to get it done and over with because they can sort of play cash, um, and they're decent on overpass, but train is really bad for them, and so it is for Gambit. So I think they'll remove it. There's no better option. And then I think over overpass and cash, I think Gambit would rather play a map which both teams are stronger on rather than a map which both teams are weak on. So I think they go for overpass. Plus, North is better on cash than Gambit is. So although both teams are bad, I think Gambit's worse, so they're gonna ban cash overpass. Right. So out of these maps, I think Gambit can pick up nuke. I don't see it as a definite map for North. Cobblestone, I think there's upset potential, but I think Gambit is favored. And overpass, I think it's close to a 50-50. I'm not gonna say. I don't know actually. I don't know much about both teams on Overpass. I don't know much about them. So I don't think they've played Overpass this tournament. Neither of these teams have. So I think if it goes to a third map, it's up in the air. Right. So overall prediction, I'd say Gambit. I'll take Gambit to win it. The best of three. Okay. So second match of the day is Mouse. I think Mouse Balls versus Virtus Pro, that's right. Okay. So, ban one from Mouse will probably be Overpass. Is Minder is the ban. VP's pretty good on it, pretty decent on it. So I think they want to get it done and over with. VP ban Cash, one of Mouse's better maps. Then Mouse pick Mirage because out of Inferno, Nuke, Cobble, and Train, I think is the map where along with Cobblestone as well, but VPR gods on Cobblestone. I think Mirage is the map where they can just like um Nico can uh do a lot of things individually. They put up a pretty good fight. Actually, no, they didn't. You say put up a pretty good fight when they fought well, but then they lost. They actually beat FaZe on Mirage, and FaZe is a pretty good team on Mirage. I think it was FaZe. Yeah, it was. It must have been. And I think VP picks Nuke because that's a map that Mouse don't play too much, and it's one of VP's better maps. So I think they go for the Nuke pick. Um, then Mouse will probably ban Train because out of Train, Cobble, Inferno, it's well obviously out of these. Actually, no, never mind. It, Train is a good map for VP, but it's also not a very good map for Mouse because Cobblestone is a good map for Mouse, but it's a really good map for VP as well. So uh, I think Train is the best ban there for Mouse balls because it's also very like tactical. You can get outstratted basically. If Virtus Pro wanted to, they could outstrat you um on the map, and then Virtus Pro will ban Inferno because they'd rather play Cobblestone over Inferno. Pretty simple. Now I think actually let me just get this one though done and over with. I need to go back to the last one for a bit. Um, but yeah, I think that, and then obviously ends up on Cobblestone. So I think there's a danger that VP goes for a ballsy Cobble pick to prove a point that they are still the best team on Cobble since they got defeated by Gambit. Because you know, I think Virtus Pro are so good on Cobblestone, it doesn't even against a team like Mouse, they can just pick it even if it's a good map for their opponent and still win 2-0. Uh, but yeah, I think I favor Virtus Pro on all three maps, and I think they're a definite pick to win the series. Right, let me just go back to Gambit versus North here. Um, right, okay, so I said that there's a potential that North could ban Train instead of Inferno. So let me just go through with that and tell you what happens if that happens. So North bans Train, then Gambit responds by banning Mirage as they would otherwise. Then North will pick Nuke still. I don't think the first ban makes a difference, but here now, instead of uh Train, Cash, Overpass, and Cobble, they have the choice between Cash, Overpass, Cobble, and Inferno. And I think that there's a potential that Gambit picks Inferno over Cobblestone first round because they beat Fnatic pretty comfortably. Perhaps they feel confident on it. Perhaps they've seen North play it. And North said in an interview that they don't feel really confident on the map. So there's a potential that North, that Gambit picks it into North, but I doubt it. I think Gambit will go for the safe play and just pick their strong map. Right, I just wanted to point that out. Alright then, so going into the third match, Astralis versus NiP. Um, right, so ban one from Astralis is Cobblestone, the permaban. Ban one from NiP is Train rather than Mirage, which is the normal permaban, because last time they played, NiP got 16-2'd by Astralis. So I think they might go with the mentality, oh, they beat us last time, so let's just try something else and see how that works. So I think they're more likely to ban Train and perhaps play them on Mirage. I don't know. The NiP players are a bit stubborn, but I know that Fred is doing the vetoes. So if Fred says it's a smarter pick to go for X than Y, then they will go for that. Uh, so I can realistically see them not banning Mirage. If they don't ban Mirage, then Australis needs to pick it. If they don't ban Train, then Australis needs to pick it. Uh, it's a lose-lose really. It's just like pick your poison in it. So Australis pick that. Then NiP have a choice between Cash, Overpass, Nuke, and Inferno. Um, and I think they pick Cash because Australis is good on Overpass and Nuke. And Inferno's a 50-50 map. There's a potential that they go for the upset for the what do you say for like the underdog upset map. but I doubt it. Nip's not the sort of team. I think they'll probably go for cash since Australis is really good on overpass and nuke. Uh, so then ban two from Australis will be Inferno for the reason I said it's an upset map. They don't want to risk it. And then Nip responds by banning out of overpass and nuke. They probably it could go either way. It could go overpass or nuke because Nip are not scared to play nuke. So could go either way. We could see a surprise pick from Nip onto Inferno as well, but I doubt it. Earlier on, I mean. But I doubt it. And now I don't. I think they'll just go for Overpass, which is like the proven map, sort of, if you know what I mean. It's like the map that's been in the pool for longer and like it's figured out by more teams. Plus, Australis is good, equally good on either map, I would say. Maybe a bit better on Cobblestone, but so on Nip. So I think they go for the decider on Overpass. Uh, let's see, what do I have in my notes? I'm not sure what Nip will buy on first rotation. They could go for Train or Mirage. Right, okay. So yeah, I think that's the veto. And then finally, we've got SK versus NaVi. Right, this one's a bit easier. SK bans Mirage, really good map for NaVi, and they've been banning it quite a lot in the groups. In the two matches they played, they banned it both times, I think. Or like their opponent banned it before them, and then they just didn't pick it. Uh, I mean, if their opponent banned it before them, they can't really ban it a second time, can they? So they just banned something else. But no, I'm pretty sure they banned it twice. Let's actually check it quickly. So let's make this big. Results. Actually, let's go to the event and then find the results from within the event. All right, cool. So, all right, here's the first SK match. Here's the second SK match. So they banned it here, and actually let me enlarge it a bit more so you can see the vetoes. Right, they banned it here, and they banned it here as well. So yeah, they removed it both times. It looks like they are a bit reluctant to play it. So I think they go for the Mirage ban, especially considering that Navi's pretty good on it. Now you go for the Cash ban as always, the perma ban. Then SK have a choice between Train, Overpass, Cobble, Nuke, and Inferno. I think they just go for Train because they're so darn good on it. They could go for. So let's see. Cobblestone, Navi's pretty good on it. Overpass is a middling map for SK. Navi's not that good on it. They have one loss and they've only played it once. Nuke is not a very good map for SK, nor is it for Navi. And Inferno is a 50-50 map. So I think Train's their best pick because they were one of the best teams on Train and still are one of the best teams on Train, just not the best because Astralis has taken the crown from them. Actually, that picture of the player's annoying me. Right, let's go like that. Okay, so pick one from SK's Train, pick one from Navi's, probably Cobblestone because they're good on it. They played it's a map where you can just like outskill your opponents. Some of the other maps they could go for is Overpass, Nuke, or Inferno. Not Inferno. Navi's not playing Inferno. Nuke. Um, yeah, Navi's not playing Nuke either, unless they're forced to. And Overpass is I think they prefer Cobblestone over Overpass because it's more skill based. Right, so ban 2 from SK is Nuke, because they're not that good on it and they know that Navi will ban Inferno. I highly doubt that Navi will want to go towards Inferno. Both maps actually are maps that the teams don't want to play, so even if SK decide to go for Inferno because they hate it, they've still got a potential of playing Nuke. But knowing Navi, they'll just play on their strong maps, so if I was SK, I'd be pretty confident that Navi will do. Um, that now we'll just ban the map that is commonly bad and leave us on a commonly good map. Um, so let's see. SK could go for a nuke ban instead, or on an. Okay, so rather than Mirage on ban 1, they could ban nuke. But I highly doubt that because if they leave Mirage open, it's almost like saying have the first map. You know, Navi SK have been banning it, so there's obviously a reason for that. I highly doubt they'll ban Nuke or Inferno. Um, SK could go for overpass. I think I talked about that. Um, actually, did I? Yeah, yeah. Between train and overpass. Uh, I think just that train is just a stronger map for them. So I think they'll go for the safer pick, which is train, although it is good for Navi as well. But we're gonna end up on overpass anyways, probably. So, uh, well, maybe Navi ban Nuke second. And SK ban. Alright, so yeah. Maybe the ban twos are reversed. So rather than SK bans Nuke and Navi bans Inferno, SK bans Inferno and Navi bans Nuke. Sorry about that. If you heard it, it's like some guy with a freaking bike. Right, so that leaves us with the decider on overpass, most likely, and we're pretty confident about his veto. And did I give you predictions about the last match? No, I did. I forgot. I'll go back to it. But for this match, I think Navi have a decent chance of picking up Cobblestone. Navi have a the thing with SK is that they played Tyler and Cloud9, both shit teams. Both teams went out in groups, and I can't really deduce much from that, like how good they are. So I can be certain that they'll be really good. So I don't know what to predict here. I mean, on Cobblestone, I'll give Navi a pretty. I'm giving Navi a pretty good chance that they might win it, and on Train as well because they played pretty well or pretty decent on Train yesterday against FaZe. I think it's the map they lost in the best of three, or is it the map, or was it the last? All right, it was the last map that they won. So even better for, um, Jesus, get your face out of here. So it's even better for Navi than I anticipated. So I think it's very likely that I think it's a possibility that Navi wins 2-0. I don't necessarily think it will happen. If it goes to overpass, I'll favor SK there just because of how good Fallen is, because of how good uh because of the fact that they have some tactics on it. Now that I actually consider that Navi is not gonna be all that good on overpass, maybe I can see why they'll go for overpass pick second and then for train as decider. I can see both possibilities. I think both possibilities are likely. Um, so yeah, that was it. That was the matches. Oh no, I need to go back and give you the prediction for which one. Which ones did I miss out? Let's see. All right, let's go to matches. So the future matches. I've I gave you prediction on VP that there would be mouse ports, that it could be in 2-0. Right, Australis Snip. That's it. Okay. Let's go back to Australis Snip. Right. So I think Australis is favored on Mirage heavily or Train, whichever one it is. I think Nip. I think Australis is favored on Cash as well. I think Australis is favored on Overpass. So I think it'll be a 2-0 there. I'm pretty certain it will be a 2-0. So yeah, that's my predictions, guys. Uh, in summary, in short, it's Gambit, VP, Australis, and SK. So actually, I'm not decided about the last match in the best of three. Well, yeah, I left you on a cliffhanger, didn't I? I said that. So Navi have an upset. Navi could win it 2-0. But if it goes to 1-1, then I think SK will win it. So which one of those two possibilities is more likely? Navi hasn't been playing too impressive, so I'm gonna go with SK. I'm gonna put my trust in the Brazilians, and I'm gonna say Gambit, Virtus Pro, Australis, and SK. So anyway, see you guys next time, and bye bye.